There you go, Nami. Be the voice of reason here. Or just stare at her.
The One Piece awaits, a treasure untold. Boundless possibilities, stories unfold. Knocks and dodge cheers as Luffy sets sail into the unknown where legends prevail. The grand line calls a place of wonder. Adventure awaits, lightning and thunder. I am not
Hey everyone, how's it going? Noxidar here, and welcome to this reaction of the One Piece anime. Today, we're starting with episode 125. We finally know where the Cannoneers are at, and I love the setup and just the visual gag of seeing Sanji positioned perfectly right there and having his explanation, and then even further up looking like it's a more advantageous spot is Zoro and talking about how he just kept going north. But of course Vivi tells us that really the entrance to get to where the Cannoneers are at is from the first floor, but I still just love the way that played out. And so with that, let's get right back to it. Bro, BW Baroque works right across the back. This is her own brand of justice. Yeah, that looks pretty obvious now at the 11th hour. Ghetto. I absolutely forgot how wild these character designs are, and I love it. I also love that people pointed out the unique laughs that Oda Sensei has given everybody. To hear like ghetto, you know, the sound of a frog, it cracks me up. That's like things my elementary school kids in Japan would have been doing all the time. Ghetto. If we were doing like a lesson on animals and I pulled out a flashcard with a frog on it, they would all be going ghetto. Oh, classic. Here we go. Dodged. How about that? Wait, where did that hit? Oh. Whoa. I really like how Nami first opens the set of instructions that Usopp gives, and it's like 4 parties. But one of the things that's brilliant about Nami is her ability, like she said, to calculate, figure out, you know, weather patterns and ways to manipulate that for an advantage in a, you know, tactical kind of way. I like how there's little sprinkles of what these characters, their strengths and weaknesses are, and how Oda just plays again with that like ebb and flow, that back and forth. You think things are going to go one way, but the waves are actually going this other way. And it always leads to these fun little surprises. Is he gonna kick him? Oh, okay. I thought they were gonna kick Usopp again. Poor guy. Oh, never mind. He's down there. This is just more proof that Crocodile would not make a very good teammate on your zombie survival team. He's like 100% like Shane, where he just would like cap you in the leg and leave you for the zombies and keep going. That's a hard mindset to try to argue against. When Luffy sets his mind to something, that's where it is. And that's how it is. That's interesting, that red filter effect. Oh, man. Not with 2 seconds left. There it is, 2 seconds. Just do it. We gotta heighten that tension though before we can do that. Obligatory flashback too. Good job. Good job, Vivi. I like that. The clock ticking for emphasis. Time is still moving forward, even though everything focused right up to that point on how it stops. Huh? He's so conniving. I love it. I love Crocodile's character. His plans are made in such a way that he can stand back and be like, what's the natural solution? How would somebody foil this? Now, how can I foil the foil? He's a counterfoiler. Uno reverse? I'm not sure. It makes it fun. It's kind of what I love about this storytelling is that there's the obvious and the obvious set in front of you, the way everybody thinks. And then there's the thing that people really aren't thinking about, at least not in the moment. But someone who thinks about those things thought about it, and that person is Crocodile. And how even those things kind of inform the kind of character that he is. So he's not just talking his monologue. It's all out in the open that this was a plan put in place, mastered, and perfected, and the outcome was going to be his regardless. And now we have to foil the counterfoil, and that's the exciting part. Of course. I don't know if now is a good time to reminisce, though. Ow! Okay. What if you were just injured? Oh, of course, he's gonna take it. Yep. I remember the outcome, I just forget the twists and turns. That's so cool. Just listening to that clock chime, using the absence of sound for emphasis. I mean, obviously minus the clock. Minimal sound and negative sound space for emphasis is just such a fascinating way to tell a visual story. But we have one more episode to go. Let's get right to it. Still affected by the blast, but that would have been way more devastating. That's wild. Again, I'm just so impressed by the scope of the imagery there. The scope and scale of Alabasta and what it sets for the precedent of the rest of One Piece going forward is genuinely, I think, the most exciting part about this saga in general. Boy, Usopp sure spends a lot of time getting up, doesn't he? Especially in these early arcs. Oh, little splash of ketchup right there. They need the voice of their princess. There you go, Nami. Be the voice of reason here. Or just stare at her. Is it though? I think you missed a lot being underground. Not much air underground, and seems like Crocodile's using up most of it. There you go. That's worth saying. There you go. That's such a cool move. I think back to my time doing SCA, the Society of Creative Anachronism, one of the fundamentals of, I mean, it was made out of rattan, but like broadsword, when holding a weapon, to think of it as an extension of the fist, of the punch. The middle or tip of the blade, what you're really going for is to try to stop the hand where all the power and all the flexion is coming from. And so it's so cool seeing Luffy just do that in an animated form. Damn. Shut him down. Ah, those kinetic impacts are so good. Just a meaty thunk. These fight scenes are so cool. I genuinely enjoy the kinetic impact of all of these fight scenes. When I'm sitting there and I'm reading the manga, a lot of what I'm hearing is the sound of my own heart beating, especially as the excitement pumps up, as I'm moving from panel to panel and the story is progressing, and the motions I'm imagining in my head as they transition from one image to the next. But then when I'm watching an anime, there's a whole production behind it. There's an orchestral score, there's sound effects, there's voice acting, there's effort, and just the sound of thud, even as feet just fall on stone slabs. And it's such a magical thing to put together. Oh. Doesn't matter. The power of a one-track mind, ladies and gentlemen. And you think for someone like Crocodile, who puts so much expertise into making plans, this has to be even more frustrating than we can possibly comprehend, because there's the expectation of outcome and then there's the realization of outcome. The expectation of outcome is what he said, just you need to die. Like this is something that should have already happened, and then there's the realization that probably not going to happen the way you want. Of course. Oh, you gotta feel a certain kind of dread when you punch right through that unscathed. Now they're landing. Or maybe not unscathed. Maybe the blood, you know, helps these punches land. Is that the combination of Luffy's punch? It is. Luffy is helping reshape the entire kingdom. This is basically Arlong Park times at least a factor of 10. That's crazy. Well, there was. Little less now. Oh, he's still going. Now, seeing Crocodile floating peacefully through the air after such a violent encounter, now that sends a message. Well, peaceful in presentation, not in practicality. He's probably hurting real bad. Oh, that's cool. It's like a Google Earth zoom in. That has to feel so good too. I mean, summer rain is like my favorite thing to just go out and experience. So I imagine it would be like very similar in the desert. That would definitely do it. I don't know if Baroque Works would stop, but... Such powerful imagery, oh my gosh. Ooh, that added rain. Definitely enhancing that impact. Just the sound of the rain and then that musical score coming in. I feel like we just slayed the Rat King and the Nutcracker. This music is amazing. Oh my gosh, well there you have it. So many just wonderful visual auditory feast. So well put together. You know, I talk about my experience with the manga, and I really feel like Oda's pacing with the manga is so wicked fast. I read through it so fast that I think time actually went backwards. I think I had my own Superman moment, in a manner of speaking. And so I know a lot of the things that people discuss is the pacing of the anime and how it's more drawn out, but I can tell you that moments like this feel good. I'm sure that there are moments that I'm gonna have to just cut way down in the editing. Just letting the weight of emotion sit with you is such an important thing. It's such a valuable thing. The ability to just sit there and let an emotion wash over you, not unlike a rain falling from the sky after a long absence. Just the healing that something can bring by putting your attention on it. For now, that's all the time we got. I'm gonna just kind of sit with that for a little bit, for like a few seconds. Then I'm gonna record the next couple of episodes. That's all the time we have for today. I'll see you in the next one. This is Noxidar, out.
So hit that like button, subscribe if you dare. This is Noxidar, signing off with pride.